This is crazy.
Let's talk about John Cena's latest comments about his wrestling soulmates, the opponents that have defined his career. What's up, everybody? VSOP here, and this is Hip Hop and Wrestling News with a Z. Let's talk about John Cena's latest comments about his wrestling soulmates, the opponents that have defined his career. And that list isn't short, and it includes some all-time names plus a current top champion. John Cena, speaking with the Boston Herald, he named Randy Orton, Edge, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and AJ Styles as wrestlers that he considers to be his soulmates in the ring. And then he made sure not to leave out Cody Rhodes. Cena has shared the ring with all of them many times over the years, but in his ongoing retirement tour, he's managed to check a few of them off the list one more time, picking up singles wins against Orton, against Punk, and splitting 2 matches with Cody Rhodes. His latest bout with Cody was a classic, the main event of SummerSlam Night 2, where he dropped the WWE Championship. If you have not seen that match, you need to go out of your way to check it out. One of the best SummerSlam main events I've ever seen. Now, a final match with Edge won't happen. Edge is in AEW right now, wrestling under his real name, Adam Copeland. But Cena's schedule isn't done yet. He is set to face Logan Paul later this month at Clash in Paris. We saw that one coming. And then all signs point to a collision with Brock Lesnar after Brock attacked him at the end of SummerSlam. The wrestling soulmates idea just isn't a nice compliment. It really tells you who Cena sees as the perfect dance partners, wrestlers that he feels brings out the best in him. And it's interesting that he added Cody Rhodes to the list so quickly, but after seeing that match at SummerSlam, it makes all the sense in the world. That says a lot about how much Cena values the chemistry that they had in just 2 matches. Although that WrestleMania match was pure ass. Thanks, Travis Scott. He says he's not going to pick his last opponent. So that could mean that WWE is keeping his final match as a surprise. Or they're still figuring out who can give him the send-off that he deserves. While Cena did not bring up these names himself in the interview, I just had to add my own honorable mentions because these are opponents that Cena has won against that I think deserve to be in that soulmate conversation. One being the late, great Umaga. His match with Cena in 2007 is still one of the most brutal and emotional fights of Cena's career. Go back and watch that if you can. It was at New Year's Revolution 2007. And then the other would be Shawn Michaels, who gave Cena one of his greatest matches on Monday Night Raw ever in 2007. And then they had that WrestleMania Classic earlier that year. But I could understand that he's only had a handful of matches with those two while he's wrestled CM Punk and Randy Orton numerous times. And Edge, of course. Edge probably being one of his greatest rivals. I can see why those 3 would be at the top of the list for sure. I'm not mad at that at all. But in terms of who could be that last opponent, if WWE wants to close the book on a classic rivalry, who are they going to pick? They've already done Randy. They've already done Punk. They're getting ready to do Brock. Will this be another torch passing moment? He's already done that with Cody Rhodes. Is Brock Lesnar going to be a career versus career match? They did come in together, and maybe they'll leave together. Whoever it's going to be, Cena's going to give it his everything. And if that last match is in Boston, I'm pretty sure they're going to make that night unforgettable. However, I want to throw one more match out there that I feel has to happen. And maybe I'll do a separate video for that. Matter of fact, I'm going to talk about that on my podcast this week. Like, think about this. What type of story could they tell? Now, I think they already got one kind of baked in. But how can we get John Cena in Survivor Series War Games this year in the War Games match? That'll be pretty dope, don't you think? Let me know how you think we can make that happen. And that was today's Hip Hop and Wrestling News with a Z. My name's VSOP, and I appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, tell a friend to tell a friend, and have a wonderful day.
Right now, you're checking out VSOP.
Hip Hop and Wrestling, Hip Hop and Wrestling.